It's a message no caregiver wants to receive. But when the person you're caring for has a developmental disability, the fear can be even greater.
When anyone is pulled over by police, you feel a sense of anxiety and a little bit of tension. That tension is magnified when you have a disability, especially if it's one that hinders your ability to communicate.
For those who have an unseen disability, things like tremors or tics can lead to involuntary movements that can be misinterpreted as a threat.
Maybe they'll have a physical twitch or something, so that they're not going to automatically think that if that person makes a quick, sudden movement, that they're automatically going for a gun.
This blue envelope serves as a place for those with disabilities to store everything they would need in the event of a traffic stop, as well as information about their disability and resources for officers to call. The program originating in San Diego, California back in 2023, then brought to Northern Ohio in 2024. Now, the Southern Ohio Council of Governments has brought the program to our region and is looking to expand it throughout the state.
In sending these packets out, we're hoping that people never actually have to use them. You don't want someone to be pulled over by the police. You don't want someone to be in an accident. But we're finding that just having the envelope gives them a sense of relief because they know that if something were to happen, they're prepared.
Officers know to look for the blue envelope by this sticker that's left on the back of the individual's car. And this program doesn't just benefit those who are driving with a disability. I spoke to officers who told me that this can also help them better understand your situation when approaching a vehicle during a traffic stop or an accident.
Of course, traffic stops are extremely dangerous, and this just gives us another tool to understand that, hey, this individual may be acting nervous or a little bit slower to a response, and this is why.
A blue envelope and a sticker that are helping to forge the gap between information and accidental tragedy. Hannah Buzza, WSAZ, Scioto County. A knock on the door, followed by a sales pitch from a complete stranger. A situation neighbors throughout Huntington say they're all too familiar with. Some concerned homeowners telling me they were visited by different companies all within the same week. Some homes being targeted multiple times on the same day. Donna Hutchinson lives on Locust Street, and she says it's become a nuisance for her family.
Well, there was three very nice fellows. They were very courteous and everything, but I explained to the second one that I had already gone through with the first one, and I couldn't do it. It wasn't feasible for me. And then another fella came back on the third time. The third fella came back, and he approached me too, and explained that I had already been talking to them.
That frustration prompting WSAZ to look into your rights as a homeowner when an unsolicited guest shows up at your door. In Huntington, the city posting this reminder on social media that before knocking on your door, salespeople must first knock on theirs, saying, City Code 739.01 requires door-to-door salespeople to have a hawker and peddler license. Keep it in a conspicuous place on your person, pack, or vehicle. No license, no business. I walked up and down Locust Street trying to talk to neighbors to see if they had been bothered by these door knockers, only to find out many of them thought that I was also trying to sell them something. I also found homeowners in Huntington have ways to see if the person on their doorstep is legit.
They can call the finance division and ask, hey, does this person have a license? And a finance representative will be able to say yes or no to that question. And then also we have 311 app where you can report a business operating without a license.
And these types of licenses are required for more than just door-to-door sellers.
Say, for instance, somebody is looking for a handyman to do work around their house. They go on Facebook, they say, so-and-so is a really good handyman. You need to check to make sure that they have their city and state license, and they should be able to produce that to you. It's really important for your safety as well as the quality of the work.
And I asked Donna what she'll do the next time a salesperson shows up at her door. Tomorrow, when it's actually sunny out, someone comes up to your door and they're trying to sell you something. Would you ask to see a permit now that you know, or?
Well, yeah, I would, but I didn't realize they had to have a permit. That's a new thing to me.
Hannah Buzza, WSAZ, Huntington. The Wayne Town Hall parking lot was once filled with hundreds of cases of water and crews that were lending a hand to folks going through this difficult time. But now it sits empty, with only a few cases of water remaining.
I would be afraid to drink it myself.
Community members that were depending on that bottled water, as well as the portable showers and laundry units that were paid for by a private citizen, are now stuck. Derek Everett was hired to bring in the portable units and has been handling maintenance on them since day one.
We thought we'd be here for a few more weeks.
By Wednesday, the portable showers and laundry units outside of Town Hall will be taken away, leaving people who don't trust the water in a sticky situation.
I think that's the hardest part is at least 20, 25 times a day since Friday. I've had people, pull in, hey, are they not usable anymore? And I just tell them, hey, I'm so sorry, I don't have water, so I can't do it.
Melissa Thompson is a salon owner and says they've had to get creative with avoiding using the water during the do not consume order.
She was getting the water, putting it in a bucket, heating it up, and then she would take the portable shower with the pump, and then she would rinse the hair and stuff. That way we could still do hair.
And now that that order is lifted, she is still trying to find alternatives to using their tap water.
We may go back to, of course, like washing hair with it or something like that. But as far as consuming it or no.
Wayne Town Hall says they will be done handing out water to people by sometime midweek, and the showers outside of Town Hall will be gone by Tuesday.
There's not enough answers. You don't want to put something in your body that's going to, hurt you.
Community members telling me they will think about this situation every time they drink water for a long time coming. Hannah Buzza, WSAZ, Wayne.
I'm standing just outside one of the retention ponds, and you can see how overgrown it's become. They're hopeful that when they go inside to remove all of that debris, it clears it up and gives the retention pond a new start for the next time we get a heavy rain. So I wanted to see for myself what drivers experience while they're trying to navigate to U.S. Foods using their GPS.
Starting routine as food.
So as you can see here, we have that U.S. Food sign on our right telling drivers to only use the left lane. But my GPS is telling me to turn right onto Lynn Street and then to take a sharp left turn onto Virginia Avenue.
And the same thing happened while using both Google Maps and Waze.
I'm right along Halgreer Boulevard on 9.5 Alley, where you can hear and see that the work has begun. So I'll step out of the shot here. This is all a part of the Clean Sweep, which is public works. They are going around. They will be cutting grass, trimming these trees, and really taking care of these public spaces. Additionally, the city is also offering to take care of people's trash that they don't want, and the City Works will throw it away for you. Just a little bit ago, I walked around to different parts of the neighborhood and spoke to community members, most of them telling me they had no idea that the city had plans to be out here, but they were all really excited about it. I also got a chance to talk to the Director of Public Works, Mark Bates. He said that when projects like this are finished, they only ever hear positive things. People are really happy that they care about the communities and they're coming in to fix them up. They've only been here for about 30 minutes, but they're meant to be out here until 7 tonight. And Bates told me that when they're finished up cleaning this alley, you should be able to see from Halgreer Boulevard all the way down to 20th Street, which is clearly pretty messy right now, so we'll see. You can see behind me here just tons of slush, but that slush is starting to turn to ice. And we experienced that. We hit a couple slick spots when we were driving around earlier, going from place to place. And we actually got to talk with the Emergency Management Director for Lawrence County, Travis Hughes, who told us the efforts they had to make earlier this morning just to make sure that first responders could get to the hospital to help people in the event that something happened out on these roads or inside of their homes today.
It's been pretty hectic. It was a hectic morning trying to get us our essential workers. That was our main priority, to get our essential workers to the hospital, to the nursing home, just to make sure that their services wasn't disrupted due to the weather. So our call takers, our teams did go out and we did transport. Our county judge, Philip L. Carter, also helped us. Him and his office stepped right up to help us to make things go smoothly as well.
And Hughes also telling us that they do not think they are out of the woods yet. Our meteorologists have been telling us it's going to be cold for the rest of this week. So any of this remaining slush on the road, even the ice, it's really going to prove to be difficult for not just emergencies, but also day-to-day travelers who have to go back to work or any other activity they might have to do throughout the rest of this week. So we're keeping a close eye on that.
Yeah.
Things are finally starting to wind down here after a very busy morning after that tractor trailer went through the building behind me, the old service machine company along the route to Connect connector. In just the past couple of hours, they've been working to try to remove that tractor trailer from the building behind me. And of course, as they were pulling it back, they brought lots of debris with it, having to remove that from under the tires in order to tow that truck away. Now, I've been talking with two of the workers who work inside this building. They told me that it was being used to store Nucor equipment. One of them was also inside of the building at the time the crash occurred. He said that it was so loud, he thought that the roof was caving in throughout the entire building. It only caved in on the one side. The driver of that tractor trailer, as we said, was stuck in the vehicle for multiple hours while they worked to get him out. The workers of the building told me that they had to carry him out through the lobby entryway because the truck was pinned up so far against that building, there was no way to get him out that way. He has since been taken to the hospital to be assessed, and they just completed getting that truck from the building just about 15 minutes ago. Today was the first day of the West Virginia Academic Showdown. It all began with our region's first competition at Marshall University. 9 high school teams in our region went head-to-head, answering quiz questions that tested their knowledge of math, history, fine arts, sports, and even pop culture. Joining us now is meteorologist Emily Dietz. And I know after all the winter weather, we've seen a lot of folks already wanting to fast forward into spring. And the good news is they're probably going to like this forecast we have coming up.
Oh yeah, after today we had those rain showers.
Roads in Huntington remain icy, causing concern for community members. Huntington Public Works has said several times that brick roads in Huntington do not get plowed or treated. They say it's a danger to the equipment operators, and it could also cause damage to the street. However, neighbors on one brick road in Huntington asking for help after a week of cars slipping on that ice. Ariana Mintz spoke with these neighbors that are just trying to get off the street. Well, just like Nicholas Snyder, WSAZ's Ariana Mintz is also joining us live from Huntington with the latest on snow conditions. Ariana, it looks like it's really coming down out there. Valentine's Day weekend saw moviegoers turn to an iconic romantic drama, as well as animation and adventure. David Daniel has the early box office estimates for the top 5 films in theaters Friday through Sunday.